Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, but the weight just won't budge? What if the real reason you're not losing weight isn't in your diet or workouts, but in your stress? Yes, stress has a powerful, often invisible, impact on your body. And today I'm going to show you how it silently sabotages your progress and how to take back control. Stick with me until the end. This might be the missing piece you've been searching for. The link between cortisol and fat accumulation. Stress isn't just something you feel. It's something your body responds to chemically. When you're constantly stressed, your brain signals the release of cortisol, the hormone that helps your whole body handle pressure. But when cortisol levels stay high for too long, it starts encouraging fat storage, especially in the belly area. That stubborn fat that doesn't go away? It could be a hormonal response, not just bad habits. Cortisol doesn't just store fat, it also messes with your hunger cues. It makes you crave sugar, carbs, and processed foods that momentarily soothe your emotions, but spike blood sugar and promote even more fat gain. This creates a toxic cycle. Stress causes cravings, cravings raise cortisol, and cortisol stores more fat. And suddenly, willpower feels like a losing battle. That's why understanding cortisol is so important. It's not about blaming yourself. It's about recognizing how your body works under pressure. When you start managing stress from the inside out, your hormones settle down. Your body begins to feel safe again. And a body that feels safe starts to release fat, not hold on to it. Stress management techniques that actually work. Managing stress isn't just good for your mind, it's essential for your metabolism. One of the most accessible tools is guided meditation. Just 5 to 10 minutes a day can reduce cortisol levels significantly, quiet racing thoughts, and create space for clarity. When your mind is calm, your choices, especially around food and movement, become more aligned with your goals. Another technique with instant effects is deep breathing. Slow, conscious breathing activates your parasympathetic nervous system, signaling to your brain that you're safe. This shifts your body out of survival mode and into a state of rest and repair, ideal for digestion, fat burning, and emotional regulation. You can do it anytime, in traffic, during work breaks, or before meals. Creating a ritual of relaxation is also powerful. Lighting a candle, journaling before bed, or sipping calming tea while disconnecting from screens can retrain your body to feel peace without needing food as a coping mechanism. These small acts of self-regulation stack up, lowering cortisol, building resilience, and helping your body release weight from a place of calm, not chaos. Exercises that ease anxiety. Exercise is more than a tool for weight loss. It's a release valve for your nervous system. When you move your body, you produce endorphins, which act like natural antidepressants. They lift your mood, reduce tension, and give you that reset feeling you desperately need after a stressful day. And the best part? The benefits start with just a few minutes of movement. Walking outdoors is one of the most effective yet underrated ways to reduce anxiety. The rhythm of your steps, the fresh air, and exposure to sunlight all work together to calm your mind. It's not about speed, it's about presence. A 20-minute walk can shift your state entirely, helping you return home more grounded and emotionally. Balanced yoga and Pilates go even deeper by connecting breath with movement. They slow down your mind, tone your body, and strengthen your awareness. These practices teach you to listen to your body's signals instead of ignoring them. When anxiety shows up, you'll have a healthier outlet, and as you build that emotional strength, your body starts to respond with more ease, less fat storage, and greater resilience. Foods that support emotional balance. What you eat doesn't just affect your weight, it directly shapes how you feel. Certain foods have the power to balance your mood, calm your nervous system, and even lower cortisol. Tryptophan-rich foods like bananas, eggs, oats, and dark chocolate help your brain produce serotonin, the feel-good hormone. More serotonin means fewer mood swings, less anxiety, and more emotional control. Healthy fats are another emotional anchor. Avocados, nuts, seeds, and olive oil help stabilize your blood sugar, keeping energy and mood more even throughout the day. When your blood sugar crashes, so does your patience and willpower. These good fats feed your brain, regulate hormones, and reduce inflammation, supporting both your mental and metabolic health. And perhaps most importantly, staying away from ultra-processed foods is a radical act of self-love. Packaged snacks. Refined sugars and artificial additives have been linked to anxiety, fatigue, and even depression. Swapping them for whole, colorful, natural foods isn't just eating healthy, it's feeding your emotional stability. When your brain feels nourished, your body finds it easier to let go of weight because it's no longer in survival mode. The role of self-care in weight loss. Weight loss isn't just about burning calories, it's about restoring balance. And self-care is where that balance begins. When you take time to care for yourself, your body receives a powerful message. I'm safe. And a body that feels safe doesn't need to hold on to extra fat as protection. Instead, it starts to relax, release, and heal from the inside out. Self-care builds self-worth, and that's a game changer. When you feel worthy, you start making choices from a place of love instead of punishment. Putting on a favorite outfit, taking a quiet walk, or simply saying no to something that drains you. These are not small acts. They are affirmations that your well-being matters, and they create emotional space for sustainable, joyful change. Finally, self-care strengthens emotional resilience. You become less reactive, more intentional, and deeply connected to your why. This is the emotional fuel that keeps you going when the scale doesn't move or motivation dips. When you approach weight loss as an act of self-respect, not restriction, you transform not just your body but your relationship with yourself. Now that you understand the invisible role stress plays in your weight journey, let me say this clearly. It's not your fault. You're not broken. You're not weak. You're human. And your body has been doing its best to protect you. But protection often looks like stored fat, sugar cravings, and emotional exhaustion. That's not failure. It's a signal that something deeper needs care. Healing your body starts with compassion. When you calm your nervous system, fuel your emotions, move with intention, and choose peace over pressure, your body begins to respond differently. The fat becomes easier to release. The habits feel lighter, and more importantly, you stop fighting your body and start working with it. If this message touched something inside you, share it with another woman who needs to hear it too. You're not alone, and you never have to walk this path alone again. Subscribe now and join a community of women choosing healing, strength, and sustainable transformation. Because your weight loss journey isn't just about pounds, it's about reclaiming your power,